Get your best doctor in here. I had just stepped out of the staff elevator when I saw my husband, Derek Hayes, yelling outside the operating room. What was he doing here? Didn't he say he was on a business trip today and couldn't be with me for our 7th wedding anniversary? Before I could react, he stormed over to a nurse, making a scene. You have to save my wife and child, or I'll make sure this hospital goes bankrupt. His wife? The words hit me like a lightning bolt. If she was his wife, then who was I? I stood frozen, still processing, when a young doctor hurried towards me. Dr. Miller, perfect timing. All the chief physicians are in surgery and can't break away, please. Get into the operating room. I took a deep breath, clenched my fists, and walked towards the double doors. Derek rushed over, blocking my path, his eyes blazing. You're the surgeon? He didn't recognize me? Even though I was completely covered by a surgical cap and mask, he couldn't be so blind that he couldn't recognize his wife of 7 years. Maybe he just didn't expect me to be here. I'd been temporarily assigned to this community hospital last month as part of a temporary rotation. I remembered telling Derek about it. At the time, he was engrossed in his phone, not really listening. Through my mask, I told him, "Family, please step aside." I moved past him, but Derek shouted, "There aren't any male doctors in there, are there? I don't want any male staff in the room with my wife." You must be out of your mind, I thought. My curiosity spiked. Who exactly was this wife Derek kept talking about? After sterilizing, I entered the operating room. A pregnant woman lay on the bed, barely conscious. When I saw her face clearly, my heart lurched. It was Tiffany Reed, Derek's cousin minus law. Derek's cousin, Major Ryan Avies, was a military man often deployed. Tiffany would often call Derek over with excuses like broken appliances or water outages. I was usually busy with work and hadn't paid much attention to their frequent encounters. I never imagined they were having an affair behind my back. A nurse handed me the patient's chart and I quickly scanned it. Tiffany was 8 months pregnant. Her contractions were caused by intercourse during pregnancy, leading to a threat and miscarriage. 8 months. I remembered Derek's cousin hadn't been back in almost a year. So, the baby in Tiffany's belly was Derek's? My vision blurred. Suddenly, some clues clicked into place. Derek and I had been married for years and hadn't conceived. My periods were always irregular. Last year, I couldn't help but want him to get checked, but he flat out refused, insisting he was fine. Even my mother minus law sided with him. Now I knew why. He had already gotten another woman pregnant. No wonder he was so confident. So, my mother minus law was in on it too? My assistant asked, Dr. Ave Miller, should we prepare for a C- section? I looked at the fetal heart monitor and the ultrasound results. At 8 months, the baby could survive. It was sickeningly ironic. I was about to perform a C- section on the very woman who had cuckolded me. But as a doctor, bound by my professional ethics, I had no choice.